My name's Adele and welcome to Toadstool House Art. I have my Halloween jumper on, which is a must for this time of year. I also am finally using my pumpkin mugs, well, one of them, for the first time. It's been sat on the side for weeks now, just looking pretty, so it's finally got some tea in it. So I have good news, I think. So, as you know, I do a lot of events, I do Comic-Cons and things, and one of the big ones is MCM. Now I can't take all my stuff to London right now, that's far too far, and I've got too much stuff. But I can do the Birmingham one, and I did it last year, and it was really good. Like business-wise, it was really good. Very stressful though, but it was worth it, as long as I've got enough time to prepare. So I applied for it again, and unfortunately got a message, oh, sorry, you didn't make it. And then a couple of days ago, I get a phone call and I don't recognise the number, and it just says, call a location London. And I'm like, I do have a friend down in London, but why would they be using a different number? Anyway, I answered it, and it was from ReadPop, the people who run MCM. And they were like, hey, we have a couple openings, do you still want a table? And I was like, yes, yes please. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to MCM. They've sent me the contract, I have signed the contract. The only problem is when I've gone to pay, in the reference section, instead of saying instead of saying November Birmingham, it says March 2023. I'm like, what? So I've had to so I've signed the contract saying I will pay, but I've had to be like, hey, in the reference section it's got the wrong date. I don't think it's meant to say that. So now I'm just sort of waiting. So I sent them a screenshot and now I'm just sort of waiting for them to get back to me. So as it stands, I should be at MCM Birmingham. As long as we get whatever's this is sorted. It's probably just, mistyped or maybe it's meant to be that. I don't know. But yeah, but that does mean I have less than a month to prepare. And for a big con, you generally need a little bit more than a month to get everything ready, particularly if you're doing what I do, where I'm making some of my stock. I'm not having an artist table, I'm having a trader's table, which means I can buy things and then resell them. Like a normal company. So I'm not making everything because that would be too much for me. But I would rather have a trader table because it is more space. I can take more stock, I can sell a bigger variety of things, I can do fan art. So even though it is a lot more money, because it's costing me over £400 just to have a table there. That's not including the Airbnb that I'm gonna have to book, or any petrol and no expenses. So it's quite an expensive thing to do. So, but yeah, it looks like I'm in, and yeah, I just now have a million things to do and only a couple of weeks to do it. Oh, speaking of Comic-Cons, I went to the Barnsley one the weekend, the one-day one, which I didn't think was going to be very, well, I didn't really know how busy it was going to be, but I knew it wasn't going to be a huge one. But you know what? Really good. It did really well, I thought, at least for me. And there were loads of people there, the full range, adults and kids. And yeah, I did really well. So well, in fact, that I was too busy to take any footage at all until the very end, where you can, I might put it up, where you can just see how big the room was. It's like a sports hall, I guess, but it's got this black curtain and they've got lights running through it, which actually makes it look so much better. And then when we were leaving, I realised we were parked right next to the mystery machine. Or a van someone's done up to be the mystery machine. So yes, like I said, I absolutely was up far too late the night before. Every Comic-Con I do, I get 4 hours sleep the night before, because there's always these little tiny jobs that just need doing, and they can't. Time management. I do not have that as a skill. So yeah, lots of things to do this week. So I'm gonna enjoy my tea for a little bit and then just get on with so many things. Also, I hope everyone out there is appreciating my fabulous Halloween jumper. So this only gets to come out for a few weeks a year, and I will be making the most of it because it is ridiculous and over the top and I love it. So I'm packing some orders and I got these bigger sort of like A4 boxes, which I think will be a good idea to send these in. Because normally I would put them in a plastic envelope and I would sort of fold them, which I didn't like doing because I always worried that they would get creased on the way. No one's ever said anything about it, so I think they were fine, but I would much rather send them flat. But you cannot find envelopes that are long enough to fit this stick in. So I got some of these boxes for bigger orders anyway, but it is going to cost slightly more because we have gone over 100 grams without any like thank you cards in or without any other items, so it's going to cost a bit more. So I am going to have to put my prices up for that. I mean, I probably should be putting my prices up for these anyway. And yeah, what I've done is I've just added a little bit of sellotape, so when I hold it up, it won't go anywhere. So that's good because that means no creasing at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this one packed up because this is an actual order. I'm not just testing it. And then send it on its way. I also got some smaller boxes. So normally I would use, paper envelopes to send things. Like if someone just orders one item, I would normally send it in a paper envelope because these are padded. They're just recyclable, that's all. But I think for my international orders, I would rather put them in a box just for a little added security, basically. Oh my goodness, totally forgot to mention, I have a new laptop. So this is it. It is secondhand, but it's new enough. And it's nice and fast, which is great because I edited last week's vlog on this and it only took an hour and so long to export instead of 13 hours. So that was good. And hooked up to it, I finally have my label machine. Now my parents got me this for Christmas last year, so you know it's been sat in the box for a while, and I've just been printing my labels off via the printer. But I finally got this all set up, and I'm just about to try it out now because I've done a test print and that's worked out fine. But now I need to get the labels from Etsy to go to here. So yeah, I'll figure that out. I'm also using my sort of cutlery tray again that I got. I think my mum actually picked this up from a charity shop she was in. She saw this and she thought of me. So I've got all my packing materials in here, and I've got all my little bags that just fit. My thank you cards, the post office. I think the lady there got tired of putting them on for me, so she just gave me a bunch so I could do it. Fair enough. I've got my stickers, and I was tidying up and I don't know where my frog stickers have gone, which is annoying. So I'm sure that these last few orders are from people who were taking part in FrogCon. Anyway, I've still got a bunch of pumpkin ones, so I'm just going to use them because it's still October. But yeah, I don't know where my froggies have gone. They'll be around. I'll have just tidied them into a different box. Okay, so I did not check to see if these boxes fit my thank you cards. Luckily, they do. So I did not think about that at all. Right, so for this order, they're having one of my rain frogs, which has been really popular. In fact, I think I'm almost, if not completely, out of these. I'm definitely out of them on Etsy, but I will see if I have any left over that I just didn't have time to put the chain on, put the findings on, because sometimes you run out of time. And I know I've got a box with some that haven't been done yet, so I'll have to go through that. But I'll definitely have to order some more. Whether they arrive in time for MegaCon, I do not know. But that's how it's going to be. And they've also ordered one of the froggy pins. This one is definitely the most popular as well. And for this, I'm popping in a free badge with the mushrooms on. So that's the same. It's going to be the same design today for all these packages. I have thought about doing every month doing a different one, and I probably should really, because I think that'd be fun, and then there wouldn't be any repeats because I just tend to grab them really. All right. Okay, that one's going to Finland, I believe, and then I've got another UK one. So this one's a simple order. It's just one item. It's just a Pride froggy pin, and of course they're going to get a little badge as well. I like these cute stickers. They're fun. I kind of hope with the postal strikes that they arrive in October, because then people might wonder why are they getting pumpkin things in November. So I added a tiny piece of tape there just to really keep this in place. And for the badge, I put the pin around the cord so I wouldn't do any damage, and I've stuck the thank you card here. So hopefully nothing is going to move now, and this should be fine. Okay, so after a few printing mishaps, I got it to work. Having the label printer is like so much easier than using a regular printer. So that's good. So I'm just going to go to the post office now and drop these off.
I did.
So I got some new sticker paper, and as you can see, it's pretty glossy, but it's actually coming out really nice. So nice, in fact, that I decided to do some experiments with my other designs to see if they, looked any good. So I've just very, very, very roughly chopped them out, and I really like these. These have come out like really good. I didn't know how well they turn out because my printer's just, like a pretty average printer, but these look nice. And so I grabbed one of my trays because I want these to be like, one of these trays to be all stickers, one of them to be all pins, instead of like sharing, because I think it's confusing for people when there's two different prices for two different products. So I just sort of guessed for the sizes of these because I know roughly what the size is, and they fit pretty well, like all of them do. In fact, I might make some of them a little bit bigger, because these are the ones I got from Zap. These are the clear ones, and I know these are 5 centimeters, and I've done these a little bit bigger. But yeah, they look really good. I mean, they don't look as good since I cut them out by hand. But my mum has a Cricut machine, and I've told her I think she needs to show me how it works now, because I really like these. These look like proper, like, professional stickers. Well, apart from the uneven border. So yeah, I guess I'm going into making my own stickers, and that's just a random badge back. I've been having a sort out / tidy up of things, because I have a bad habit of like putting things away somewhere and then forgetting about them. Like this big pile of keyrings that I made up but then never packaged, apart from this one apparently, and then just didn't put it in with the rest. I mean, I'm glad I found these because this means my stock isn't as low as I thought it was. Although these two designs I have reordered because they always sell out, so... But now I don't know if they'll arrive in time for MCM because of the, you know, all the posting strikes. So I found those, and I also found some of these. Again, some that have like been made up and then just not packaged, and some that haven't even been peeled yet. I think I was saving these for like a TikTok to like show what they look like when they peel, because that's kind of satisfying, really. And even some Galaxy ones. So I am going to spend some time packaging all these up and hopefully making a few sort of TikTok videos, because I do not upload on there regularly at all. But I've even got some froggy pins as well. And I have a load of those in a bag that just need putting on backing cards that I still haven't done. And I did get another delivery today. I got this from Zap. So this is new froggy pride pins. So I need to glue a load of pins on the backs of these, and there is 100 in here. So thankfully though, Amazon just delivered today 500 pins, so that should see me through, because I have them and I have some more wooden pins on the way, not the froggies, the bigger ones, the ones that, oh, here we are. 1 second, like these. Yeah, those are coming, and I like to put 2 pins on the back. I do it myself. So I do these myself because it's a lot cheaper for me just to do it myself instead of paying the company that I get them from to do it. So yeah, and plus I like the security of the 2 pins. So yeah, I've got all all this to do, which might take a while. I'm probably not going to get it all done today, so I might have to come back to it tomorrow. So for anyone who hasn't seen me package my key rings before, I do them in a really simple way. So I've just got my business cards, and on the back, so on one side I've got all my information basically, and then on the back I just have this nice border design. So things look pretty so when they sit in the middle. So, and the only, how I do it is I cut 2 slots from the top, like part way down. So it's only small, just to give me like a little flap. Oops. And normally I'd do like 3 at a time, but I think it's just quicker to show you this way. And then I just put this part through there. So it goes through the loop. And that's basically it. That is very simple packaging. And then I just sort of twist it to one side. And then I've got a bunch of these tiny little bags. And then I just slot it in there, which is kind of a bit tricky because I've cut out this top portion. But if you get the top in, then it's fine. So that goes in there. Oh, it went in. And my chains, oh, sorry, try and get it near the camera. And the chains are a little bit sort of long, but everything fits. It's just a case of sort of squidging it in there, and then I sort of, I straighten them up as best that I can. And that's really all there is to it. So I try and get it in the middle, and then it's just a case of peeling and peeling. Okay. Peeling and sticking the back down, and then that's it all done, and I just stand them up in my trays. I kind of do want to get a better display. I'm kind of rethinking how I lay out my table so that these will actually like stand up in something instead of sort of half laying down, because I think the ones in front kind of hide the ones behind. But yeah, that's that's how I do that, and now I just have to do that for all of these and these, but I'm gonna film, ooh, sorry, I knocked my tripod. I'm gonna film sort of a few TikToks of me like peeling these, because I've done that in my videos on YouTube a lot before, but I haven't done it on TikTok, and I'm hoping people are really gonna like that. Okay, so I realize this isn't the most aesthetic background, but I'm like tidying things up. You see up there I've got new storage boxes, new baskets, and I've just been going through all my stuff and just getting it organized, because I've had things sort of like all over the place in the house. So I'm just trying to sort that all out. So yeah, things aren't looking too pretty here, and they won't probably for the next few days, because it's taking forever. But I am finding a lot of stuff that's like useful, so that's good. Ooh, anyway, look at my top. I know it's ridiculous, but I found it in a charity shop. and I couldn't resist. I just thought it was cute because this style of Care Bear, the original one, is the one I remember. Even though I'm not from the 80s, they were still kind of in this style in the 90s. So I don't know. It was £3. Like, I'm going to say no. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.